So apparently, Nia Long and Sherry Shipper got beef with each other and shit.
Saw a post like with that.
Huh?
They had a fight.
Apparently, Nia thought Sherry was shading her when they went to like Denzel's Othello Broadway shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw an Instagram post about that. I'm just like, wow, wow.
So they had a fight at the Othello premiere, red carpet.
Yeah, like a disagreement, not like a fight, but it's like a
Oh, I thought it
disagreement.
was like a fight. I'm like, what? And she said something about it in the bathroom. It happened.
Yeah, they continued it in the bathroom and some shit.
Wow, that's crazy. Don't piss me off, yo. You Trinity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Nia Long got into some issues with people over the like she slapped Tay Diggs a couple of times,
Hmm.
which
Yeah, we
that's
still talk about that.
right. I'm just like, nigga, you got slapped. Get over it, nigga. Come on.
Right. Take her out on a date. Mhm.
I mean, honestly, they should have slapped his ass years ago. Honestly, I'm just keeping the buck.
These are
I'm just,
our heroes. He like white bitches.
it's like every role I see Tay Diggs at, he's always getting his ass beat. I
Yeah,
got so tired of that shit.
yeah. He like white bitches. Nas had to put him on blast on that song.
Yeah, he says some shit about black people over the years too.
Mhm.
I never liked his little
Yeah,
alien looking self. I never liked
yeah.
him.
Wow.
Only movies I really like Tay Diggs on
Mhm.
Malibu's Most Wanted,
Mhm.
the first two Best Man movies.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the Best Man miniseries. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I
It
know a
didn't
lot.
really. It didn't really do nothing in that one.
Thank you.
You know.
It shouldn't have been made in the. They ended it
Yeah.
off perfect with Best Man Holiday. Y'all
Yeah.
ended it off perfectly.
Yep.
In the miniseries, y'all just reversed all the character work y'all did on the second movie, which
Yeah.
pissed me off.
And he was still playing around with Jordan.
Oh, exactly. After all that shit you went through in the second movie, hell, they should have just had Quentin and Shelby have a whole fucking movie
Right.
and shit like that. Because I like their chemistry. They were the best part in that whole miniseries.
Crazy.
And I didn't care for what's his name? The other friend who was trying to find it, who was Regina Hall's character.
I forgot. What was forgot his name in that shit.
Yeah, but they were trying to make him trying to find his strength. I'm just like, he found his strength in the first movie. What the fuck?
Exactly. He was already settled down with the stripper.
For real. He stood up to people. He was putting people in check. Like, come on.
Right.
That's
Harper,
what
was it Harper? That's his name?
Harper.
Harper,
Harper.
yeah. I know it was something with an H.
I knew it was something bougie. Um,
I don't know any black people with the name Harper.
I didn't really care for Morris Chestnut's story. We might have to talk about that Best Man series
Yeah,
because, but we have to bring Ashley. We have to bring Ashley on
yeah.
it.
That's why they never came out with a season 2.
Thank God, because the first Best Man, I had some issues with that movie itself too.
Mm,
Second Best Man, the Best Man Holiday, perfect,
right.
perfect. Nah, but niggas will say, let's do sequels, let's do reboots.
Mm,
Let's fans ain't ask for that shit.
exactly. They didn't need it.
They didn't need it. Cause every time my brother-in-law, Christmas time, me and my brother-in-law, we always talk. I always tell him I never liked the Best Man miniseries. He's like, wow.
Mm,
Like, it's like what? It was reverse character development.
right.
Hell, not even with Tay Diggs' character, with Nia Long's character too. Let's talk about that.
Mm, mm, mm,
Shit. What else is going on?
mm, mm.
So this Sunday we're definitely gonna do the Will Smith review on his album and shit.
God, that's a trash review coming up.
I don't know.
I don't think there's gonna be any song on there that I like. It's with the shit that he's coming out with now. Yeah.
Well, so you'd rather do Gwen Stefani's
Well,
album?
which one are we talking about? We talking about a new album or we talking about something else?
The new album that's coming out Friday. If you want to do that.
Yeah,
If not,
that's gonna be a trash review. I already see it. That's gonna be a trash review.
well, do you want to do that one or Gwen Stefani's first album Sunday?
I like Gwen Stefani's first album. That's the one with Holla Back?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that one was good.
Okay, well, we can do the Will Smith one next week then, but not just on Sunday and shit.
Or we could just skip it all together. You know what I'm saying? And
I guess,
I ain't have shit good to say about it.
or would you rather do the Millennium album?
He might have to come and slap me too because I guarantee that new album ain't gonna be good.
Or would you rather do the
Yeah,
Millennium album?
Millennium was dope.
Okay.
They got some shit on there too though, but that would be a better review than that new album.
Well, I'll probably do a solo review just
You
in
gonna do a
case.
solo review for that new album? God damn, you want him to come slap you?
Just in case, because I do want to talk about a new hip hop album next week. I do want to talk about
There's other hip hop albums that's out that we could talk about.
like what, like what?
We didn't do Ransom and Davies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on. Oh,
That's a
thank you,
better album.
thank you for letting me know about that. I forgot about that one, but okay, cool. We said Ransom and Davies. All
Yeah.
right.
I don't know what the fuck where he taking his music at now. It's like, come on, dude.
Oh
What you
well,
doing?
if I listen, I might do a solo review just to knock it out. Because I'm interested after hearing some of the freestyles and shit.
There's already like different platforms talking about that he's making a mistake, and I agree with them. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh,
You're trying to sound like a drill rapper at this point. Come on.
they're just saying that because they hate Will Smith. That's
I love him, but he making a mistake. You know, we wanted the Jazzy Jeff album, the reunion album. Like, come on, dude.
well, we're gonna do Davies and Ransom next week. Then we're gonna do
Yeah.
that one.
Jim Jones album. You're
Him.
not a fan of Jim Jones?
No, I like Jim. I like Jimmy,
That
but
would be a better review than Will Smith.
at this point, I'm with all this shit Dipset's doing. I'm kind of
Cannot
Dipset.
believe I'm saying that. I never thought I would say Jim Jones album is gonna be better than Will Smith's album.
I'm kind of Dipsetted out at this point.
Yeah. They ain't dropping enough shit. Cameron announcing all this shit, and he ain't gonna drop not one of these projects. He got supposed to be having something coming out with Mace that ain't gonna drop. You got another
Oh,
EP that's coming out that ain't gonna drop.
speaking of Mace, his new album's coming out too.
I ain't listening to that shit. That fuck no,
Mace
fuck
and
no.
Mace and Will Smith coming back.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to hear new Mace. I don't want to hear new Will Smith unless he's reuniting with Jazzy Jeff. I don't want to hear.
I'd rather hear Will Smith than Mace. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
No,
Keep it a buck.
don't don't come back to music without your DJ.
Well, you know DJ Jazzy Jeff is gonna show up in the Will. He's already on the new Will Smith album from what I looked at and shit.
Where
I saw those track
on one song? No, I'm talking about the whole album though. Not on one song. So
Well,
you
you
gonna
know,
give us one good track and the rest is gonna be drill rap?
but I don't even think it's gonna be drill rap all the way throughout the whole album. That's the thing.
Have you heard this shit? Bro, the shit that he have is drill rap right now, yo.
I know, but he has some other shit I was checking out too. Like he's dropped some snippets and some shit. It's like
Who did the production on this album? I want to see who did the production on this album.
I know it's not Alchemist. I know that.
But yeah, I'm saying, it's, I don't know. At this point, can I hear Will over Alchemist beat?
I mean, we getting the Future and Alchemist album and shit. So
Future Alchemist?
yeah, Future and
Get the
Alchemist.
fuck out of here! I don't want to hear that.
Alchemist wants to work with Future and shit.
Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here! Alchemist is on that Angel Dust show. Nah, I don't want to hear that, man. It's one thing is if it's 2 Chainz. I'm not a fan of Future either though.
Oh Lord.
Alchemist just doing too much now.
It's gonna
Stick
be
to your core audience. You trying to do too much.
it's gonna be that same drumless that same drumless shit he was doing.
I don't like Big Sean either, so that's definitely a skippable track for me.
Oh yeah, Big Sean and Jordan Lucas, they're on the album and shit.
I don't like it. So those tracks I'm
Well,
skipping
well,
automatically.
you never heard the album yet. So how can you say you don't like it if you haven't even
Yeah,
given it
but
time?
the song you did with Big Sean's already out. I didn't like it.
Well, that's because it's Big Sean.
Jordan Lucas, I've never really been a fan of Jordan Lucas except for like 1 or 2 songs, but
Yeah,
like, come on, dude.
he's kind of emotional. He's
Come
kind of
on, dude. Why not do a song with one of the best MCs in your own backyard, Black Thought? Why not do a song with Black Thought?
that's a good
Like who wouldn't check for that?
That's a good question. Mm. What else is going on? What else is going on? So I saw some pictures of that Michael movie. If it's not AI, excuse me, I've been drinking a little bit before I got here. Yeah, if it's not AI or some shit.
How they look?
They actually did a thing.
Right?
If it's real, I bet the casting is one thing, but how the movie is, we gotta have to wait how the movie is because
Yeah.
casting, y'all can cast, y'all can cast anybody for anything, but
Hmm.
if the writing is good, the writing is good. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
Because I heard Gladys Knight wants Kelly Rowland to play her in the biopic. I'm
Hmm.
just like, first they want to cast her in Donna Summer.
Hmm.
Now Gladys like shit,
You can't do both. Pick
right?
one. Pick one. Don't fuck up both of their legacies.
Shit.
You know. Yeah,
Eh.
a lot of people remember her from Mia Culpa. She didn't do
You
that
know,
well.
that's your movie though. Ain't that
Yeah,
your movie?
I liked it, but I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, so I thought it was decent.
I didn't like the movie.
You know, I guess if you're a Tyler Perry head, they could rank it like what's his best and what. I'm not a Tyler Perry head, so
That one with Megan Good and Corey Hardick, that was way better. That Divorce is the New Black, and they got that new show called that new black show with Debbie Morgan and Rich Lawson. That shit fire, man. I was like, Tyler Perry actually stepping his game up. Oh shit. Now he dropped a new movie called Duplicity. I don't know about that shit. I'm gonna watch that shit probably tonight. But
Will has done stuff with Slick Rick, Biz Markie,
yeah,
Eve.
I was just listening to that
That
song.
he shouldn't be afraid. He's a legend. He shouldn't be afraid of doing a song with Black Thought. That's an excuse. If fucking Benny could do it, Will Smith could do it.
You never know. I'm telling you, if I listen to that album, I say I like it. I'm gonna say I like it. If I say I don't like it, I'm gonna say I don't like it.
And then he coming for you.
Oh, no, that's Jada that's
Then he
coming for me.
coming. I don't know if I want that on my conscience, Will. And I met Will. I don't know if I want that on my conscience.
No, that's Jada that's coming.
Go after Reg.
No, Jaden and Willow. Them
They're gonna have you at the red table and shit.
Jaden gonna dress me up, put a house on my fucking head or some shit
Right?
like that.
Why did you give my husband's album a zero? Yep.
Oh, Lord. Oh, brother. Mm. All right, I'm gonna start this shit in 1 minute. Give me 1 second. I've been feeling so creative lately, just trying to get my shit together. Cause there's a lot of ideas on this channel I'm trying to do. Like I got April planned up already and shit. um, Instead, Will Smith wants to do collaboration with some drill rappers. Q said, "I didn't know Michael sued Motown in the 2000." You told me that, Q. I still gotta watch that video you sent me. Let me tell you, y'all motherfucker be sending me a lot of shit. I be so fucking busy. If I don't get to y'all right away, I don't get to y'all right away. But yeah, I'm just gonna say that shit. But I'm ready to start whenever you are.
So
What up, everybody? It's your boy Reg in the building. How y'all doing today? I got my homeboy trying to building with me.
so,
And when we're not talking about Will Smith, we do reviews on albums and shit. Um, so ironically, this is an album anniversary, and a certain member of this group has been on the news a lot lately. I think Try knows who I'm talking about, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to this album, I had like a mixed feeling with this album at first. It's En Vogue with Funky Divas. This came out March 24th, 1992. Um, wow, En Vogue's in the news a lot lately and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, Don's over here living in cars and some shit like that too. Meanwhile, Maxine came back to the group. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying. Maxine came back to the group. I'm just like, yo, Don, you better. But she said she's fine living in cars and shit. Fuck it. But that's nuts. So let me talk about the music. Okay. So we done a review on this album years ago. Actually, scratched that months ago. Actually, last year we done a review on this album. Last year, excuse me. Um, this album came out with singles like "My Love and You're Never Gonna Get It," which that was a big song back in '92. "Giving Him Something He Can Feel," the Aretha Franklin cover. Free your mind and the rest. Oh man, give it up, turn it loose. Love don't love you. So this was the album, in my opinion, that made En Vogue, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because they came out with their first album, Born to Sing, which is actually my favorite album from the group. I know a lot of people say this album, but I'm gonna get more into this album in a minute. That album was more soulful R&B. Then 2 years later, between that album and this album, they were pretty much doing appearing on almost every black TV show at that time. They did a theme song for the Rock second season. They were doing commercial jingles, theme songs here and there. I never knew they did a theme song to Sister Sister, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I
they
never
do that.
I was like, what?
Mm.
But um also too around this time, they were they were trying to do endorsement deals and stuff like that too. And so they came out with this album and shit like that too. So what?
Nice of them.
Uh they came out with this album, which a lot of people have said is like their breakthrough album. Foster and McElroy came back for this album as well too, because you gotta remember Foster and McElroy, they were the ones that pretty much organized the group and everything like that too. It was pretty much their creation, which I won't get more into that in a minute. This album, they went for like a more funkier, heavier sound compared to Born to Sing, which I'm not gonna hold you. When I first heard this album, oh, I forgot they dropped a remix album called Remix to Sing last at '91. But when I first heard this album, I was like, the sound was all over the place. Like one minute you had the smooth soul, but then you had New Jack Swing, heavy metal, and everything like that too. But then I actually came to appreciate this album. Like songs like My Love, You're Never Gonna Get It. I think their most that might be their most signature track, if you ask me. Um Also too, Free Your Mind and the rest will follow.
Yeah, man.
Love that record. You know what I'm saying? There was one song I like called Hip Hop Lover, which that was a very interesting record. And rest in peace to Angie Stone. They used the sample of the sequence. However, when they re-released this album on certain issues, they had to take that sample out. However, luckily for me, I got the OG copy right here. So it does have the sample because OG still matters, y'all. And I think they put that version back on streaming services on Spotify. What up, Dawn of the Dead? What's happening? Um, they put it out on streaming services too.
Yeah,
And
agree.
but this album probably their last great album.
Yeah,
And yeah, I know it's the second album. I know, but at the same time, y'all know we did a review on EV3. Even though that has their best song,
yeah,
um, Don't Let Go. You gotta remember, originally that was on the Set It Off soundtrack.
right.
That was on the Set It Off soundtrack and everything like that too. So technically, they had to like throw in some Don songs because Don literally left while they were actually finishing up the album, if that makes sense and everything, because they had money issues and everything like that too. Because the producer was literally making all the money, and then also too, I think Don was also pregnant at that time too, and they were torn. Y'all know the whole story with Luther Vandross. I did a whole Wider Beef episode on that, which a lot of people tend to love that episode and everything like that too. I think that's like one of my highest rated Wider Beef episodes too. So I don't mean to toot my own horn, but fuck it. Um, but yeah, this album it's a classic album, but I'm not gonna put it on the same length as Born to Sing. I know a lot of people might look at me crazy, but I gotta be honest. I like soulful part of me in Vogue, lies in Vogue. You know what I'm saying? This one, this was more funky in Vogue. It's gonna take a while for me to get used to. And the gag of the matter is, this is actually the best selling album to date. You know what I'm saying? This got them hella Grammy nods, American Music nods. They got the Sammy Davis Award for Entertainer of the Year, the Soul Train Award. So y'all remember that? But other than that, what do you think about Funky Divas?
Great album. I love the sound that they chose to go in with that. free your mind and give it up, turn it loose, and giving them something he can feel. Definitely a great mix of R&B and New Jack Swing. You know, it was great. I love this album more than the first one. I know people love the first one more, but
Yeah.
I think because of the sound of it at that time, it was just it fit them, it fit their voices, and it was a great album, man. It's the album cover itself, everything about it to me was great. Like everything after this, like that EV, it was an EV3 shit that we did. I didn't like that album. You
Yeah, me
know,
neither.
this is definitely their last great album with all four members, original members. They're one of the best R&B groups of all time. And would love to see Dawn come back with them. It's way overdue. She got to get over
Right.
herself. Maxine came back. There was a point when she had left and she came back. So if Maxine could do it, Dawn needs to do the same. But this is a
I
part of my
keep
classic.
I keep telling motherfuckers, if third base can
Mhm.
get back together,
Yep,
all y'all motherfuckers can get back
yep.
together. That's I keep telling y'all motherfuckers that shit.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Because they've been beefing for years, and now they're over here doing drink champs and about a tour. I'm just like, yo, if we get third base album,
Right.
I'm gonna let all y'all Pete Rock, CL Smooth, and for all y'all beefing escape,
See,
get back in the fucking studio, get back
CL,
on tour.
CL need to get over himself. Get back with your producer.
I like making that sound. I like that. Yeah, yeah. Q. I know she was also on Aftermath 2. You know what I'm saying? So she was on that horrendous firm album.
Yeah,
But
they didn't put out shit
yeah.
for Dre.
So
Dre ain't put out shit. He's probably have issues with Dre too. You know,
cause Dre's a perfectionist. You know
right? She had issues with Lucy Pearl.
how you know
They kicked out. So
how you know how you know she didn't have no issue with Dre? How you know that?
right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's a reason why she ain't there.
All
You
right.
know,
So now we're gonna get the Billboard charts. This time I want to take it straight to that crazy decade we call the '80s. The week of March 24th, 1984. 84 was a good year from what I heard because I wasn't born. I wasn't born. I'm not that old. But I'm gonna do the top 15 for the top 100, Hot 100, whatever they call this shit. Number 15, the Thompson Twins with "Hold Me Now." Never heard that song. Number 14, Culture Club, "Miss Me Blind." I love that record. Number 13, Dan Fogelberg, "The Language of Love." Never heard that song. Number 12, "Against All Odds" by Phil Collins. I hate that song. Sorry. Number 11, Michael Jackson, the king of pop, the greatest artist of all time. Thriller. Did I sound too biased? I don't know. Number 10, we got Christine McVie, Fleetwood Mac fame, rest in peace. Got a hold of me. Number 9, we got Harlan Oates, Adult Education. That came from the Rock and Soul compilation. I love that record. School is out, you got a bad reputation. Oh yeah, love that record. Um, Number 8, Pointer Sisters, Automatic. That was the cover of the Prince song. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not the biggest Pointer Sisters fan, but I love that version. I don't love it as much as Prince though. But that was a nice little version. That
yeah,
was a time that was a time when like I mentioned, random people were covering Prince songs and they were actually having more success than him at that time too. So that was kind of weird. Number 6, Huey Lewis and the News. I Want a New Drug. Y'all know how I feel about that stupid group. Number 5, Eurythmics. Here Comes the Rain Again. Love that record. That's a act we have to talk about on this channel at some point. Number 4, Footloose by Kenny Loggins. This was Kenny Loggins soundtrack era. That's what I like to call it. Number 3, Cyndi Lauper. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Coming from that classic album she came out with and stuff like that. That She's So Unusual album and shit. Number 2, Rockwell. One Hit Wonder with Somebody's Watching Me. And number 1, enjoying its 5th week at number 1, Van Halen with Jump. Yes, okay. Not a bad list and shit. Not a bad. All right. Now we're gonna get into the main event. We're gonna talk about the Isley Brothers with "Go for Your Guns." I thought I had this record. I thought I had this record, but I think I gave it away by accident. I got to pay off some bills, but It's a common album. I always see it in stores and shit. So this album came out April 16th, 1977 on T-Neck Records, which you guys should know. That's actually their record label and stuff like that too. This was 3+3 Isley Brothers, my favorite era from the group. You got Ronald, Rudolph, O'Kelly, Ernie, Marvin, and the late great Chris Jasper. Well, let me stop because rest in peace to Rudolph, O'Kelly, and Marvin as well too. But originally, I was going to do the Mission to Please album on this day. However, I pushed that album back because with Chris Jasper passing away, one of my all-time favorite songwriters, I do have to do something in regards to his legacy with the Isley Brothers. You know what I'm saying? So, singles album was known for. It came out with three singles: um, "The Pride," "Living in the Life," and "Voyage to Atlantis." And I know a lot of people want to say "Footsteps in the Dark." That was never a single. That was just a radio play, just radio play. And of course, people sample that song over the years. But we're going to talk more about Footsteps later on. This is entirely produced by the Isley Brothers themselves too. So yeah, man. So you guys should know about the Isley Brothers. We've done reviews on albums like The Heat Is On, Harvest for the World. I want to say we did the Live It Up album 3+3. We did a majority of the albums and shit like that too. You know what I'm
Like,
saying? So y'all should fucking know. If you don't know who the Isley Brothers are, I say put down the Playboy Cardi and listen to the album. And shit, shit. So this was an era of the Isley Brothers where they were just could not do no wrong. They were funky. They were soulful. You know what I'm saying? They had that mystique about them and shit like that too. And once them younger brothers came to the group, once them younger brothers came to the group around like the late 70s and stuff like that too. Excuse me, oh, I'm tripping. The late 60s and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? They just took it to a whole nother level. Because you gotta remember, like the elder brothers like Ronald, O'Kelly, and Rudolph, they didn't really know how to like write music, like and stuff like that. Because if you know, like a lot of their albums like they did, they were covering other people's records and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know they did Shout and everything like that, and they did do Twist and Shout and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then once they went to Motown, they had like Modest Hits. They had their album like This Old Heart of Mine, which that was actually a controversial album because that was one of those old '60s albums from an R&B artist where they had to put white people on the cover because they feel like if they put black people on the cover, they will scare all the white people away and shit like that too. But if y'all remember that scene, the Five Heartbeats, when they had the album from the Five Heartbeats and they had all the white people in the cover and shit like that, and what's his name? I think Leon's character JT was pissed off about that shit. Pretty much that ordeal and everything. So they in the late '60s, that's when they started like getting in their bag. They had shit called "It's Your Thing, Do What You Want to Do Now." Da 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 da. I can't tell you who to sock it to. You know what I'm saying? And what was interesting was like Ernie and Marvin did some instrumentation around that time too. And so they didn't officially join the group until '71. And then they had albums like Giving It Back, Brother, 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 and everything like that too. Which I need to get my hands on Brother, Brother, Brother. I need to get my hands on that particular album. And they did those albums when they were on Buddha Records and everything like that too. And Buddha had like a lot of dope acts like Norman Connors and ironically Gladys Knight and the Pips. They signed to Buddha Records and they were also signed to Motown Records too. And you know what's crazy too? Isley Brothers, when they dropped It's Your Thing, Motown actually tried to sue the Isley Brothers because they felt like they did that record while they were still under Motown's contract. And the Isley was like, no, 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 no. No, we did not. And it's ironic too because Motown also tried to sue Gladys Knight and the Pips too because of contract situation, like around the time in like the mid '70s when they were on Buddha Records. So that's crazy as hell. Barry Gordy, man. That's all I gotta say. Um, and so the Isley Brothers had their reign from 3+3 classic, Live It Up classic, and then they dropped The Heat Is On with Fight the Power, For the Love of You. You know what I'm saying? The title track alone, that is actually my second favorite Isley Brothers record. Then they dropped Harvest for the World, that record too, which that was a very dope record as well too. But then 1 year later, they dropped this album, Go For Your Guns, which they were just at the zenith of their power, stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, including myself, have called this album their magnum opus and shit because everybody was on their A game. Ernie's guitar work was so dope. Ron didn't sound no better, didn't sound as good as this album and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then you have Chris Jasper, who gave that signature Isley Brothers 3+3 sound and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With like the quiet storm mixed in with like the funkier rhythms. And speaking of Motown again, I had to bring this up. The AARP synthesizer, a Motown artist influenced him to use that synthesizer, Stevie Wonder. Because when they were doing the Heat Is On album, Steve was working on the Songs in the Key of Life album and stuff like that too. Like they were crossing each other doing the same studio, so that's kind of interesting as hell too. It's funny because the Ozzy Brothers and Motown, they always coincided with one another, like even throughout the whole career and shit like that too. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna show y'all the album cover. This actually was one of my favorite album covers right here. You got them performing in concert and stuff like that too. Of course, like you got what's his name? What's his name? Ernie in the right here, playing the guitar, and then you got Chris Jasper in the far left right here. Of course, you got the three eldest brothers right here and shit like that too.
Yo,
This, that is crazy with all the smoke and everything. Oh my god, that album cover is
I thought I
fire.
was looking at the mothership in Funkadelic on that album.
I thought I was looking at Earth and Fire.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yo,
because a lot of people thought that was like a live album
mhm.
and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Another one of my favorite album covers that kind of took that same method was when the Commodores they did that live album too. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you. See, these days motherfuckers do some Photoshop bullshit, and they use some Photoshop bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And again, Commodores being a Motown act is stuff. Mentioning Motown again. Here I go and shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is a dope album coming from the Commodores. That shit fire. And mind you, that live album came out in '77, the same year as this album and shit. So that's interesting as hell. That's actually one of my favorite live albums too. Believe it or not, we do got to do some Commodore shit. That's some yeah. Before Lionel was singing about "Hello," singing the Blind Girls, he was funky. He was that funky ass motherfucker and shit. You know what I'm saying? So this album got 7 tracks. We're gonna get started with the first track called "The Pride." Very, very, very dope record right here, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I love like the funky rhythm of this track as well. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope record. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Ron when it came to like funkier tracks, he did sound great on funkier tracks, but I felt like he excelled on the ballads. But we'll talk more about that when it comes to this album and stuff like that. So, excuse me, very, very, very dope record.
Yeah, that was fire, definitely. Love the funky guitars on it, the beat. Definitely a great way to start the album off.
Definitely a great way. Now, um, we got possibly one of my favorite songs they've ever done, "Footsteps in the Dark."
Boom, 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 boom.
Ding, 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 ding,
Come
ding,
on.
ding, ding, ding,
You don't know
ding.
this fucking record, y'all don't know music, man.
Man, this is storytelling at its finest when it comes to the Isley Brothers and shit like that. Because I have no business listening to this song as a kid. To be real with you, you know what I'm saying? So Footsteps in the Dark. So a lot of people say this was a single. This was never a single on this album and
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like
crazy.
that too. You know.
It should have been.
However, it was a B side. It was a B side to their song "Groove with You" from the Showdown album, which is another underrated album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So pretty much with this song, Ron's trying to figure out if his lover is cheating on him and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Hence the title "Footsteps in the Dark" and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I love this record. I love the guitar from Ernie and everything like that too. I feel like that is might be one of my favorite. This might be Ernie's best album from the Isley Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the way Vine started. I was talking about, are we really sure? Can a love that lasted for so long still end up? Like he just killed that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that chorus. Why I keep hearing footsteps, babe, in the dark. Oh, like Ron Isley, man, like he might really be one of the most influential R&B singers ever. You know what I'm saying, man? 'Cause nigga just went in on this record and shit like that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I mean, and of course, we know this song has been sampled a lot, especially in the '90s. Was most notably Ice Cube sampled this for "It Was a Good Day." Um, Compton's Most Wanted, "Can I Kill It?" Ooh, Usher, "One Day You'll Be
Yes.
Mine."
Yeah.
Jay Dilla, "Won't Do." Hell, even recently, Danny Lee. Yes,
Mhm.
Danny Lee, Baby's baby mama, "Do It to Me."
Come on.
She sampled this record. Shit.
Usher.
Rhyme Fest, Girls Cheat,
Mhm.
Thundercat. Them, I'm sample snitching right now, but y'all should
Usher.
fucking know. Yeah, I mentioned Usher. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. But Footsteps in the Dark. Come on, motherfucker.
Yes.
Don't fuck with me. Yeah,
Crazy.
shit.
Classic record, man. I
For
think
real.
this might be their most popular song now, yo. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because it's been sampled by so many people. It's like it's crazy that they didn't even release it as a single. You know what I mean? But this is one of the best songs on the album for me.
That's See, that's the thing about music and shit like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it made motherfuckers want to check out the album and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Because not every song should be a single, if you ask me. Not every song should be a single.
Right.
But yeah, man, this joint right here, like you
Oh yeah.
mentioned, if you don't know music, if you don't know this song, you don't know music and shit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So yes. Why I keep hearing footsteps, baby, in the dark. Ah. Oh my god, man, shit. But yeah, this is a Quiet Storm classic and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So track number 3, "Tell Me When You Need It Again." Again, another one of their funkier kind of tracks and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Very dope. I love the combination of the synths and
Yeah.
the guitar from the band and stuff like that. I love how tight the instrumentation is on this record and everything. So this one's not a bad record. I love this one. This one's dope.
Yeah, this my joint right here. I like this. The beat for this was fire. The guitar playing. You know, another banger on here.
Yeah, definitely a banger. I mean, like that guitar. Like I feel like Ernie Isley is like a true successor when it comes to Jimi Hendrix. If you ask me,
I
might
take.
be a
I
hot
take.
take, but
I never heard nobody say that.
Ernie can do funk, rock, smooth soul. I mean, if Jimi Hendrix was alive in the '70s, him and Ernie would probably have done a lot of shit together. And mind you, Jimi Hendrix played for the Isley Brothers too, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, hot take. That's all I gotta say. You can take the hot take, but you can't take my cake. That's all I gotta say. Peace. Check number 4. Climbing up the ladder. That was kind of corny, but fuck it. Very very dope record. And this might be one of their most underrated songs on they've ever came out in their discography and shit. You know what I'm saying? Very very dope. I love how Ron was singing the song right here and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much climbing up the ladder, climbing up the ladder. No one's gonna bring me down, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this
Right.
is not a bad record. I love this one.
Love it, love it. That guitar solo on this track was epic. You know what I'm saying?
It
The guitar
was. Oh
the
my
guitar
god.
solo was like the star of the track, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the guitar playing by Ernie. That was Ernie that did it, right?
Yes, sir.
Ernie, dope guitarist. The beat was funky. Oh yeah.
Can we talk about the synthesizers on that track?
Yes.
Man, Chris Jasper, man, I'm telling you. I mean, I might be dick riding right now, but a lot of people always want to say, "Oh, Ron is the face of the Isley Brothers." Man, Chris Jasper was the true
Oh yeah.
secret ingredient. He was a cheat code. He was a cheat code to the Isley Brothers. Once they left the group, like Chris, Marvin, and Ernie left the group, it wasn't well. Ernie left the group for the first time. It wasn't the same and shit. But they did come back in the '90s and 2000s, though. Cause I know you say you didn't like the Mission to Please album. You said that shit, right?
Oh yeah.
Cause you didn't care for the Mr. Biggs or some shit, you
Mr.
know?
No, I mean Mr. Biggs, like the whole. I like the way that he reinvented himself as Mr. Biggs because, especially in the '90s, we needed that because I
Mm-hmm.
mean a lot of heads probably didn't know who the hell he was, and credit to Kells for getting him for reinventing him and putting him in them epic videos, and I think the Mr. Biggs persona helped him.
It
You know what I'm
did.
saying? So that was brilliant.
Say what you want to say about R. Kelly, because if it wasn't for R. Kelly,
Hmm.
the Isley Brothers are probably just remembered for like their 60s, 70s shit, probably
Right.
doing oldies tours.
Yeah.
You know how them groups be like, oh, take it back to the 50s and 60s. They have all
Right.
these old groups and shit, but at the same time,
Right.
it might not be the official group because they might have new members.
Right.
Like
And
I remember. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
now I was saying, and it's like the hip hop artists was sampling their music, so it's like it's only right that you know bring this legend out again and have get that support from the hip hop community. And when you look at the Float On remix, 112 was
Yes,
on that. Little Kim, Pete Rock was in that video. You know what I'm saying? Like the hip hop community embraced his new persona because we were sampling so many Isley Brothers records.
exactly. And it's like, well, the Isley Brothers and stuff like that too. They weren't just very influential with R&B. They were really one of the first R&B acts. They were really one of the first R&B acts to really cover um rock acts. Really, like make a whole album out of that shit. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
were all them rock acts like Elvis and the Rolling Stones and the Beatles taking some of our music and covering them and shit like that. Mind you, the Beatles covered the Isley Brothers. Twist and Shout, their big hit.
Hmm.
That was an Isley Brothers cover.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hell, they covered Shout too. They were on the Isley Brothers dick. Let's keep it a buck. Like I think even Ernie would mention that shit at the Drink Champs interview and stuff like that. And I was able to understand it because Nari wasn't talking that much in that interview and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, you're right about that.
Facts.
You're right about it. Because hip hop, we embrace that shit. You know what I'm saying? We embrace the Isley Brothers and stuff like that too. And then with Angela Winbush also coming, they still kept it contemporary. But I'm gonna save my thoughts on the Angela Winbush era when we do the
Right.
Mission album because I have a lot of good and bad things to say about that. But I'm gonna keep on shut. Um, track number 5, my favorite song they've ever done. Period. Voyage to Atlantis. Let me tell you something. If y'all motherfuckers trying to smash or make love, hey, and y'all don't have this song on your playlist, I don't know what to tell you. I can't make love to Jacquees, and yeah, sorry, I
Oh
can't make
Lord,
love
nobody can
to
love.
well, actually, I
I'd
can
rather
fuck to
throw up.
Jacquees.
I'd rather throw
I
up.
can fuck to his music. I can't make love. It's a difference between making love and fucking, you know. And the way how this song started off with that. heavy synth and guitar riff combined like ding, 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 bum, 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 bum. I was like, I automatically just taken aback and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I think I really loved this record when it was a Soul Train Awards of 2009, 2010, and Keisha Cole I think covered this record and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
she did her thing on that record. But back to that song, Vaughn was just took it to a whole nother level. You know, can I go on my way without you? Oh,
Mm.
how can I know? Mm. And then the bridge, set sail with me, misty lady, set my spirit free, new love to find. And though I leave another behind, oh, excuse me, another behind. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's poetry. That's poetry right there and shit. That's songwriting. That's some deep, deep, deep songwriting right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the whole concept voyage to Atlantis, the whole concept of that. You just imagine yourself in an ocean, in an enchanted ocean or some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love the fact that you love my voice, Sam. Cause I feel like I fucked that song up low key, but I love the fact that it just takes you away on sailing. It kind of reminds me of a more grown up version of the Floaters float, float
Float
on. That's
on.
float on, float on.
Yes, classic.
Cancer. Cancer. That's my dude
Yeah.
right there. That cancer.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But the combination with Ron's voice, Chris Jasper's majestic songwriting, and the instrumentation of the Isley Brothers make this my favorite Isley Brothers song they've ever done. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Yeah, and he have his signature, one of his signature, what do you say, like, when he sings, he has like one of his signature vocal. I'll
Yes.
always. He said that a
Say
lot.
yes.
He did that a lot on a lot of tracks. Yes, his
That's
vocals were great.
that's his ad lib right there.
His ad libbing, his signature ad libs, yeah, like his vocals were great on here. You
For
know.
real. Oh my god. Like when Ron can sing, he
Mhm.
can sing. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, and his voice is still dope after all these years and shit.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Don't fuck with me, man. I know about my Isley brothers, y'all. I know about my Isleys and shit. Like shit. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
I just get chills just thinking about this song. Ooh. Like, oh my god. But anyway, next song is Living for the Life. This is like another one of those socially conscious songs. Yeah, the Isley brothers, they can go pro black when they want to and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of put this like in the same vein as like Fight the Power, Harvest for the World, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about how one should like live your own life, but at the same time be cautious about the life you live, which is very relevant today because at the end of the day, you know, with the whole Trump administration, and motherfuckers can unsubscribe me if y'all want to. I don't give a fuck. Y'all, this Trump administration, it's like you gotta pay just to breathe now and everything like that too. You say one bad thing, motherfuckers are automatically going to be quick to cancel you and shit like that too. Meanwhile, Trump's over here trying to deport all minorities and people of color with ICE and everything. You know what I'm saying? The whole DEI bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm just a podcaster. What do I have to say? You know? But yeah, that's what I have to say about this record. I love this record and shit.
Yeah, the beat was fire. Definitely love the beat for this. The bass line. Um, Ron killed it vocally on here. It was dope.
You're right about that, definitely. And then the last track is the title track, which is pretty much like an extended guitar solo and shit like that. Again, Ernie. I don't understand how Rolling Stone can have a top guitarist and they don't put this motherfucker in the top
Because
10 and
it's
shit. I
Rolling
don't
Stone.
understand.
Who was the
No.
top guitars on that list? I'm just curious.
Oh, Jimi Hendrix was number one, of
Oh,
course.
okay. Oh, they got it
Of
right. Oh,
course.
okay. Thought they were gonna put fucking Slash or some shit.
Hey, 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 hey.
You know.
No, we ain't gonna do all that shit. Slash is a legend too.
Yeah. But number one,
Hey, Slash is black too. Y'all forget he black too and shit.
he black where? Where you black at?
He's actually black. He's mixed with black, Dutch, and
Oh,
English.
so he's a Drake. Okay, he black.
That is disrespectful as fuck. That is disrespectful as fuck. Don't
Ain't
you ever
nothing,
put
ain't
Slash?
nothing black on that nigga. He black. His
Nigga,
hair
he's
not even
black.
black anymore.
He's black. Look it up. He's black.
And he don't look black to me. He better talk black. You don't look it.
Wow.
Nigga, you
Wow.
better say the N word. You better talk black. And he damn sure don't look it. He blend in with Axl Rose and the rest of them niggas in that band.
Nigga. Nigga. He played with Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So did Eddie Van Halen. Rest in peace.
Yeah, but see, Eddie Van Halen, he already got the cookout card. He already got the cookout card and shit.
He had the
So
cookout card from what?
you said what?
From what? We wasn't playing
Yeah.
no Van Halen at the cookouts.
Black people love Van Halen, nigga.
Yeah.
Black people
You're the only one that I know of that love Van Halen. That's black. I don't know anybody
actually
black that like Van Halen.
a lot of niggas love Van Halen.
Well,
They
they
love
must be in the closet. Y'all niggas need
a
to
lot
come
of
out the
niggas love
closet
Van
and
Halen.
admit that y'all like
A
Van
lot of
Halen.
niggas
Then
love Van Halen.
I do
They
not.
were
I've
magnificent.
never heard no black person
They
say they
were a
like Van Halen.
magnificent.
Y'all niggas need to come
Jump.
out the closet then.
They were a magnificent group. Jump.
Okay.
Niggas be bumping them all the fucking time.
I hear you.
Hot for teacher. Tone Loc even sampled Jamie's crying. Oh my god, why am I raising my voice? Like, come on. Chuck D even loves Van Halen. Shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, man, I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm just fucking with you.
I'm just saying. It's like when I look at him, he look like a regular white nigga. Just like Logic. Logic keep bitching about, oh, I'm half black. You black where, nigga?
Oh.
You black where? Where you black at?
That's it.
The white genes as overpowered has taken over because he don't look black at all.
That's
These
the
niggas
white.
just claiming that they have black don't look black.
That's the white side of Logic talking and shit
That's
like that.
that's the all white side. I don't see no black side of him talking.
See, the black side was when he was dropping all that mixtapes. The white side, he just started complaining about, oh, niggas don't accept me and shit. It's like, nigga, we didn't accepted you, but when you start doing all this trash shit,
Yo,
what do you expect, nigga? Like, come on, man.
come on, come on. Stop it.
What?
I did
What?
not grow up with metal bands. I'm sorry. I'm not a metalhead. Alternative rock is my thing. That's my lane. That's what I stick to.
Nigga, I remember as a kid, I heard Hot for Teacher for the first time. One of the, nigga, you talking to somebody that listens to Metallica,
Yeah,
Nirvana,
I get it. No,
shit.
Nirvana is not metal though.
Technically, they are. Grunge is kind of metal, technically. And
Well,
their first
that
album was
that the grunge is my lane. If we talking grunge, that's different. Like when we talking about Anthrax and all that, that ain't for me.
oh yeah, I like a few Anthrax shit. I like a few. Yeah, but Slash is a nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a nigga. Come on.
Man.
Oh Lord. Why we talk? Why we argue about guitar riff when we talk about the Isley Brothers?
I was talking about the Fugazi Rolling Stones list that they always have. You know.
And you mentioned, oh, I
Mhm.
thought they had like Slash. I'm like, whoa. I was like, no Slash slander.
No,
We
Slash
ain't
is dope.
we ain't going
I wanted to see who they had as number one.
we ain't gonna do all that. No. No. Oh, I will end this video right now. Let me stop. All right. But
It's over.
oh, huh?
The review is
You said
over.
what?
So you end it now, then it's that we already done.
Okay. So overall, this is you funny as fuck. Overall, this is my favorite Isley Brothers album of all time. A lot of people want to say The Heat Is On. I say The Heat Is On. That's my second favorite, but this album, I feel like they expanded. They. I'm sorry. Musically, they expanded. They reached their peak musically, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? 1977 was such a great year for R&B, man. Everybody was on point. People want to say the same way niggas think of 77 for
Yeah.
R&B, the same way niggas think 97 for hip hop, because disco was blowing up and
Okay.
everything like that too. It was like, oh, 77, everybody was going disco. I'm just like, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. They had some heat 1977. Come on, man. Like, but this album right here, fire and everything. Very funky, rock heavy, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this is a five mic masterpiece. Slap that five mics on this album right now.
Yep. Love it. Love the production. Ron Isley's vocals. The Ernie Isley's guitar playing. Very funky and melodic and classics on your footsteps in the dark and tell me when you need it again. Voyage to Atlantis. Definitely five mics.
Definitely. Romeo said I used to get joked on for liking Corn when them same hoes like my see
Hey,
Corn's first two, three albums. I ain't gonna hold you. They slapped.
you like what you like and fuck
Yeah.
what anybody else think. Look, niggas used to tease me about New Kids on the Block and I still fucking rock it. I don't give a fuck about what you don't worry about what people gotta say. You gotta be you. So if you love Corn, bump Corn all day. New Kids on the Block, whatever.
Hell, I listen to Barry Manilow and Neil Sedaka and shit like that. No niggas get mad at me for that shit.
Right. Well, who cares what they think?
Right.
That's what I say.
Shit, I listen to Bob Dylan and shit like that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah, you on that island by yourself though.
on.
It's Bob Dylan not for me. You on that island on your own.
I recently got into Bob. I recently got into
You really recently got into him?
like 2 years ago. Like two
Oh,
years ago.
so before you didn't care for him.
Cause I can't I didn't like his voice.
Right.
He
I don't
was
like his
hungry,
voice.
but
I don't like his
I
voice.
was like I was like,
Yeah.
what the
That's no. I don't care for that.
Johnny's on the basement cooking up some medicine. I'm on the pavement thinking of the government. I was like, but then I listened to the lyrics. I'm just like, yo, this nigga
Yeah.
dope as fuck.
Right?
Nigga low key rapping and shit.
Yeah. That's not for me.
but when I do that review on Blonde and shit, niggas ain't gonna be ready for that shit.
Uh,
A nigga reviewing Bob Dylan, niggas ain't gonna be ready for that shit.
I guess we ain't niggas then, huh? I guess we done did shit from New Kids on the Block and No Doubt and
Right.
I'm just like Slash. You know.
Hold up. You know it's funny because Malik Yoba, he
Uh,
did an interview.
right.
He did an interview and shit. And you know how he says he doesn't refer to him as he doesn't say he's not a black man. He's gonna be non-white now.
That's so stupid. Wait, please bring back New York on the cover to shut this nigga up.
Shit. He
Non
was saying that as a
non-white.
compliment. Non-white.
Oh fuck. Well, they're not doing that ever. They're not gonna put that on any form. Oh, you can check this box off from you're non-white. That's stupid. I think he was high on drugs or something.
He always saying some stupid shit,
Yeah,
man.
I get it. I get it. You don't have shit going on. You want to say something on social media to get some looks, but that just sounds stupid.
He always saying some stupid shit.
Non-white. Well, who could look at him and say, "Oh, he's a white man"? Like, come on, you know.
Especially with them chopped ass lips and shit, yo. I'm gonna stay on for another 7 minutes. Hmm. I needed this laugh today because I was about to go crazy trying to fix this thing on my laptop. Hmm. But yeah, man, that's like me saying I'm non-Hispanic. So that's like
Non-Hispanic.
hmm, or that's like you saying you're non-blue.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess you can just pick
And
any color in the rainbow
Do
besides
we do
black.
we have a group where we can all say that we're non-Trump? I'm non-Trump.
Honestly, I'm non-Democrat or non. I'm non-Democrat,
Okay.
non-Republican.
Oh, so you're liberal,
I'm independent.
independent. Okay.
Yeah, I don't call myself a Democrat or Republican. Low key. Everybody's stupid as fuck. Low key.
Well, we could have used your vote to overthrow Trump, but that didn't happen.
Well, nigga, I voted, but I didn't vote for Trump, nigga.
Yeah. I don't think they even counted our votes. They just said, oh, they all for Kamala. Let's not count it.
Well, Loki, Kamala thought she had it in the bag. Some of the shit she was even doing was kind of questionable and that shit, you know. Mm. Hell, try you like the Doors too, cause
Yeah, yeah. I like Strange Days. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not. I'm non-white though.
I'm
Mm.
not, I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Right. I don't. I still don't get that. I'm not black. I'm OJ. The fuck is that? What did that mean, Jay?
He's not a house nigga. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Hey.
Mm-mm. Crazy.
Mm, that's hilarious. I might as well be.
Mm-mm.
I still vote Democrat. Hey,
Mm-mm.
be what you want to be, kid. Be what you want to be. That's why I have to say these things. Be what you want to be, kid. Mm. Um, but yeah, man, this has been a funny ass stream and shit. I'm about to head out and shit like that, trying to get some shit done, trying to get some rest for work. I might just bite that bullet and just about to get find out when I'm gonna eat for dinner. But Thursday we're gonna do our top R&B albums of '76. Yeah, '76. Really can't wait to talk about that. You know, tomorrow's Try's birthday and
Wednesday.
shit like that.
Wednesday. Let's do that Wednesday.
You wanna do it Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandfather not here to celebrate. I'm gonna have a drink for him anyway though. But
Okay. Well, we can do it Wednesday at 6 p.m. Yeah, that should work because I work. Yeah, that should work 6 p.m. Yeah, but that's what's up. That's what's up. And then damn, I gotta pull up the schedule because I have a brain fart. Look at me. And then Friday we're gonna do King T with the Trifling album and shit. Shout out to my boy John Dixon for that. You know what I'm saying? And then Saturday, it might be Saturday, but I'm gonna let you know. It's Slick Rick behind bars. Time to be announced. I'll let you know if I'm still gonna do it Saturday and stuff like that too. So yeah, man. Anything you want to say before we head out?
nope.
Alrighty, alrighty. So we just talked about the Isley Brothers. Go for your guns. This album you should still find it in print. Cause I know they remastered all of their T Neck albums and they put it in like this whole box set collection from like yeah. So their albums are usually still in print. Anything maybe after '83, it might be a little bit hard to come by and everything like that too. But I'll see you later. Try.
All
Hopefully, you have a birthday, and I'll
right.
see you later. Peace.